Hey guys, here for another collective reading. I'm curious. We just went through the eclipse and the new moon and May 1st and all that jazz. We've all made a move somehow, energetically or physically. Maybe you're more confident. Maybe you actually took a step. Maybe you let go of something. You know, I love those moments where like you really just don't, like you trust and have faith in the universe, but you can't imagine how you're gonna let go of something, and then it just happens. Like a tower moment, either a tower moment happens physically, which leads to it energetically, like and emotionally, or it just happens emotionally and energetically. Like I had all three, so I'm grateful for the highest good of all life everywhere. Message for the collective, for the moment of now. So fast. Alright, Ace of Swords. It came out kind of diagonal, but mostly upside down. And Knight of Wands. So, intuitively, what I'm getting from this for the message is, even though we've taken a step forward, we're still not 100% seeing clearly when it comes to our playfulness. And what came to me right after that was self-importance, and to take the weirdness or the negativity out of that one. It means like still not listening to our intuition a little bit. And you know, wave by wave, look up that song if you want to, but waves by waves, the things come in waves by waves. If we were going to ascend in one moment, in one instant, probably would have did it from, then it wouldn't have been an ascension. We wouldn't have even left. We would have fell and went right back. And that's my compassion for us all. Trust the divine plan, trust your intuition, trust your heart, trust love. But so yeah, I mean, that's good news, right? Because taking that step, well, I mean, how do I say this? It wouldn't be spectacularly grand if that one step and then where we are now a couple of days later, or like moments later, like this was the finale. Is the saying it's not the finale, but good job. That's awesome. Alright, that's my intuitive. But I'm gonna read the ones from the book just in case there's messages there, because I like this book. I think the lady did a really good job. Okay, I really like this depiction of it because I don't know if I've ever drawn this card in this deck. Like, it's clipping a kitty's nails, right? Like, there takes a lot of trust in your human to let them clip your nails, right? I hear dogs outside. I saw a deer today. Like, I didn't even leave my house, and I need to ground. I really do. We all need to ground. I've woken up super dehydrated through this eclipse energies and the new moon. In general, like it's always raising. It's always rising. The frequency, the energies are always rising. And as they do, we're gonna need to ground more, go outside like in the sun more, and drink fuck tons of water and move our bodies. All four of those. So the Ace of Pentacles. Oh crap, wrong one. was reading the description, I'm like, oh, I don't know. Thanks for your patience, by the way, always. It's just, it's potent though. So reversed, chaos, confusion, and panic abound. Relax. I had a lot of anxiety today. And I kept feeling through it. I was like, is there a reason for this? Am I... And the anxiety for me, when the physical needs are met, finally, like, even in little increments, like, if your daily needs are met, and if you can calm down, they will be met, because your creativity will find the solutions, your generosity will find the solutions, your frequency will find the solutions. And I'm telling you that from my real life experience. I'm going from, again, like, I'm going from the bottom to the top with you guys. Like, we're all going there together, and it's fun. It's fun. And then, so, but these cards share the realness of the moment, right? Chaos, confusion, and panic abound. Relax, let down your hackles, and take a breath. The sky isn't falling, but poor planning has led to poor communication, and neither the mind nor the heart feels free in this state. Do not worry so much. It's a stressful moment, but it shall pass. And that was coupled with the Knight of Wands. You're being controlled by your impulsive nature. Those colorful ribbons in your line of vision are pretty hard to resist. There's nothing wrong with spontaneity, except when it affects your ability to follow through. Don't get bored halfway through the game and walk away. Okay, so there's a message here I've been wanting to share for a really long time. Okay, so, wow, this is gonna be deep. I'm just gonna say the simple one first. It's just saying don't get distracted. Which is, I mean, grounding. Like, really, all this Ascension needs is for us to ground down. Ground down, ground in. Like, ground down to ground in the energies. Like, as you do that, more energies can come through you. Like, as you release, more is gonna come in, and, like, you're getting used to the sensations of letting go and releasing and, like, receiving at the same time, like, in tandem. Because you're a plant. But so, as an oppressed race, as an oppressed consciousness, or a formerly oppressed consciousness is more correct at this point. When we get a little bit of a breath, a little bit of freedom, we're like, oh, okay. And, like, kind of like how I talk about, you can be really grateful for the really tiny things if you've been through hardships. Like, this is talking about, like, even after, like, that little bit of gratitude is just, like, sliding back down again. Like, becoming your own master to your own slave inside of you. Because even though the oppression from the out, like, understand where I'm coming from here, and the oppression from the frequency has dispersed, the mind program is not completely transmuted here, and so it comes in as the jailkeeper. Like, your own mind is the master to, like, your own victim mentality. Whatever it is you haven't transmuted yet, and even when you do transmute it, like, you can get to the precipice and the collective isn't there, so what do? We dip back down. Alright? So this is just saying, like, don't only be grateful. Don't settle for, like, what this breath that you just took. Like, this one breath after a long time of pain and control, like, from either you being controlling, or, like, or even if you're giving into somebody else's control, it's still you controlling yourself, because you're controlling how you're responding to it out of fear or victim mentality, like. And I get it. We all get it. Like, there's not a single lesson that not every human being has been through. So, I mean, yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna leave that there. The only ones here are the ones who had a possibility to make it, and if you haven't been through every lesson, I don't know how that would have been. I don't know how you'd be here. So, yeah. And underneath it's the Three of Pentacles reversed. So, like, what I'm getting from it is, don't get bogged down in the detail, or, like, whatever it is that you're trying to do, like, don't get bogged down in the details. Whatever it is that you're trying to do, don't, like, let that become horse blinders, and, like, a cage, because even though you've got a breath of inspiration, a breath of motivation, a breath, like, another breath of life, this we're not staying here, we're not settling here. We're getting unstuck out of the mud and then, like, walking around. It's gonna be weird, man. Like, it's gonna feel like you haven't exercised in a really long time, and, like, and now you're breathing again. When I breathe, I see waves. And I'm like you. I'm like everybody else. I've been through a lot, and so I hold my breath a lot. And I know it, but, like, when I feel anxiety, and, like, I mean, and grounding will help. Like, you naturally won't have all of this trauma and traumatic energy stored inside, like, all this stagnant energy in you. Like, if you go out in nature, if you breathe, if you stretch, nature is your number one friend. For me, I can share my experience when I'm out there, when I've been out there for, like, months. I don't want to come back in, because I know how hard it is, like, for my ego, for, like, the mind to, like, trap you inside of a safe box again. And, like, I don't even feel safe. Like, I know I don't feel anxiety when I'm outside ever. I feel anxiety when I'm inside. So my, like, master to slave scenario is, like, I don't know, you build this safe zone that doesn't actually feel safe. The mind is so fucked up. Anyway, I want to see if there's another positive message. Like, maybe now is hearing that changes it. Awareness transforms all, period, so it did. I don't know why I say maybe, but, like, I want to give credit to the breath. I want to give credit to the message. Dude, stretch your neck. Like, if you're like me and sometimes you just need to, like, watch somebody to, like, do it with them. I mean, don't get me wrong, it is, depending on what frequency you're coming from, it's mimic energy. Otherwise, just, like, maybe you're just, it's like holding somebody's hand. And the reason why I say mimic is because the divine doesn't need their hand held. Like, who you are, who your soul is, doesn't need its hand held. So it'd be you playing it out of your ego, but it's still gonna help. It's still gonna move the energy. It's still gonna inspire you. It's still gonna make it so that the next steps that you take are easier. Because it's, holy shit, like, sometimes it's just like a paintbrush or a crochet hook or a pen to paper or your voice. Just pick it up. Pick it up, because you won't put it down. You won't put it down. There's a quote that I love. It says, if you feel like you can't paint, pick up the brush and the voices will go away. Create, because you can only create from your heart. Any kind of creating is going to at least start taking you out of your mind and into your heart. Even if you start creating something because your mind tells you have to, your heart's more powerful. That's scientifically true too. So if you need that, for anybody who needs to hear that, Oh man, it's emotional. Because I love you and I love myself and like I get it. And I'm living proof here with you. And I love you so much. See if there's a positive message here. Angels, you got any support for us or positive messages for the highest good of all life everywhere? Oh, see, when they flip back over like that, I never know. Like maybe, I don't know. Is it just for my subconscious to like read it? I don't know, because our downloads come from the heart, truly. It's like, the tools help us to, your heart can finish the rest of that sentence for you. Alright, so I got the tower moment upside down. And so in other decks, when I get the tower upside down, it's like I feel the message of resistance. But the message that I'm feeling in my heart to share to call is that you did walk through it. You did choose it. Like the message today here is that I'm getting is don't settle. Don't settle. You just took your breath of life. You won't be able to settle, but it's just sharing this with you to like release your anxiety for it. Because breathe. I don't know what pace is gonna come in at you for you. I just got anxiety a little bit myself. Like oh shit, here comes the fucking loop again. But no, like it's transforming. Like the way everything is happening is transforming. It's so like be at peace. I was curious. Bottom of the deck is, I think, 4 of Pentacles reversed, which is good. Alright, yeah. The reverse asks you to kindly release your grip a tad. Like, yeah. Like, release your grip so the anxiety can float out. Like, my whole body, like, I can feel it, dude. I don't know, this whole reading, like, it got it, like, my face and my body's confused. It, like, wants to cry and, like, smile and, like, feel anxiety at the same time. Like, because we're doing it. Like, our heart's, like, happy. Like, because it knows where we're going. Like, we're finally doing it. Together, too. Like, it's not just one person anymore. Like, or like a group, like a small group of people who are afraid to talk out. Like, no, this is a bunch of people publicly doing this. Oh my god. Release your grip a tad. Like, because if it's stress and anxiety, you're not going in the right direction. Because the direction is the frequency. I just saw birds fly up, like a pair of birds fly up as I said that. Alright, it's not. Oh man, face and body. It's the frequency. It's not the actions. But so groundedness will help you take peaceful actions, like be like and the right ones, because you're gonna hear things, you're gonna see things, you're gonna feel things, you're gonna know, you're just clear, like you're gonna smell things, and it's all gonna lead you home. It's all your breath, it's your intuition in your heart, home coming together. Not just on your insecurities, but also on your possessions. I've had a hard time with that when I really have, because I felt like I worked so hard for things, and maybe what I've had compared to other people is different, you know? A bunch of fucking yarn and paint and stuff that I didn't use for a really long time, because I wanted to be, I just, like, there's things in my heart that I took steps towards, it just felt like it was so slow and taking so long, and like I would never get there energetically because I didn't, like, I mean, before I even awoke, I was like, well, I don't know if I'll ever love myself enough to take the steps to get out of fear, terror, anxiety. But you do, like, because not only do you love yourself enough to have to create tower moments for yourself, and you do, the universe loves you enough to co-create to do it for you too. Like, because what you want, what you want, and what your mind puts you in, this prison, it will never be stronger than this. And what you go through, it's trauma from the past that you have to feel to heal, to release, to walk out of the cage. Doors open from God. The door opened because God opened it. Like, she opened it. And then you having the courage to walk out, we have to feel these things to heal it, because otherwise we never actually walked out of the cage. Like, the fear you have of walking out of your master's cage after you've been beaten down and all that jazz, and like they tell you he's not there, but I don't know, I got out before and then I got slammed down again. But it's true, like, the Ascension's here. We are the graduating class. We are. Congratulations to all of us, dude. Like, it's pretty cool. It might be a time for giving rather than receiving. Um, what I get from that is, like, we're here to be givers. Wow, I just saw 3 birds on that one. Our ancestors, God is everywhere. We are God with God, period. But so it's like, we came here to be givers. So, like, I finally started crocheting, and for years I didn't want to give anything away because I felt like nobody could appreciate it the way I did. And they were my precious resources. I didn't have much, and the way I used to get my money in many different ways, and the way that I was willing to for my soul journey and my expansion and my growth and my trust and my faith and my co-creativity with God and myself and life and people, and like, that was the energy I was in. And now here I am, I'm just gonna show you, maybe you can get a little love, a little inspired. Matching hat and top sets. To take to my local consignment shops and, like, head shops and stuff. To, like, make gas money. Like, I know I keep saying I live in my car, and then you see me in some of these videos, with this house behind me, but sometimes, like, I haven't actually made any money online yet except for $10, and I live in my car, so, like, if I don't have the gas money, I can't. But energetically, like, that, I need to be in there. Like, um my journey is out there. Like, I can only stay here for 7 days at a time anyways because of the rules of it's a 65 plus place. um but besides that, like, my journey is out there. Like, I have caged my, like, since I came back from God's, I have stayed in all of these households. Just, I don't know what to say. Like, I don't want to, if I say I'm oppressed, then that means that I'm playing the victim role. Like, I stay in places where the energy is very dense, and, like, I usually am too, like, fear, false evidence appearing real. I'm too scared to leave my room because I'm going to trigger other people, because it's my experience. And because I was too afraid to go at the time. It's funny because as I tried to say grow, it almost came out with an L. Like, I was too afraid to glow at the time. But so these are the steps, like, this is what I'm sharing with you because I'm doing this too. Like, don't be afraid. Like, if the truth, not if, but, like, that's what your ego's gonna tell you is if. The truth is there's enough for everybody. Don't be greedy. Don't be jealous. Don't be unworthy. The alchemy of life is fantastical. Like, figuring it out, the exploration, the experience is, and like the information we gather with our heart, or like, I don't know, follow your heart. Like the mind gathers the information, like, but there was no guarantees ever when I took a leap of faith, and I mean, there was like the feeling in your heart, right? Like you didn't do it because you thought you were gonna die. You did it because you knew there was something better, even if it meant dying on the inside, like ego death, dark night of the soul, over and over. Some of them, I mean, I'm gonna say for everybody. I mean, show me show me who's had one ego death, and that was just it. Because we're compassionate, we're one, we're all one. So like, if people are having a hard time going through their ego death, guess we're going through another one. And we're all sharing the experience. We truly are. Because for whatever reason, the 10 of... Let me make sure. Oh. I never even finished reading the other one, did I? Oh, man. Sorry, but I truly feel that whether we remember what is being said, the way that I should, like, we're feeling the frequency and it's healing and it's moving energy. It's getting rid of that stagnant energy. Some people have information to share with you. I'm sharing frequency transformations, like frequency and transformations. Like that, like whatever I'm saying, you're going through if you're here. If you're listening to this, because that's the way it works. Like I'm translating what is. Don't let your tendency towards control mean missed opportunities. So like when we're freaking out, like that's what I mean by ground. Ground, drink some water. Like it's the only way to relax. You're not like, if you've been a person who's stuck in a lot of anxiety and not relaxing, well, doing more of the same is gonna intensify that. And I get that. I get that that's way easier said than done. But I promise you, if you can be brave enough and courageous enough to take that one breath of air, to like chug, not take a sip, but like chug that glass of water, like little by little you're gonna feel better and it's gonna add up, and you're gonna have the spiritual strength to step into that, to like accept, to surrender to it, I guess to surrender to it, because you haven't always felt there. You've had those, like whatever moments it is that led you to be like strong enough in your heart to keep searching for the truth and to move forward. Like that can be your eternity. Not the trauma or the horror or whatever that you were going through at that moment, but like the trust, the faith, the power, the serenity, the tranquility. Because there's tranquility and serenity in trust and power, or in just trust on it. I mean, but like, I say power, but I mean just the divine masculine inside of you. So yeah, the harmonic balance. Like the trust is the surrender, the divine feminine, and then taking a step. And grounding is for both. So like, so right now, when I was in jail for another one of my like awakenings, or like towards the beginning of it, I didn't know what to do, but I knew that God was here. I knew we weren't gonna die, that we didn't have to anyway. That we're ascending together as a planet, and regardless of anybody's ego, it's happening. Love has won. And it's just the truth. Look around. Look around online. Because I mean, I'm just like, yeah, the reason why I want to be in my car, and like, I mean, it just is what it is. But anyway, so, my example for just taking a step is, like, I'm making these little cards too, you know, and like, even if you, like, if you have so much anxiety that you're like, nope, nope, no, like, I mean, drawing helps, doodling helps, and like just do one card, because like at least you know you did something like that day, and like that little bit of comfort, one of like the little bit of comfort's coming from the energy that you moved. Like, it's not in the mind. It's not. You moved a little bit of energy, and it relieves some of that. Oh, some of that pressure, like that feeling. Anxiety comes when your soul's like, "Hey, bud, like, you wanted to participate in this. Like, you're honestly gonna be mad at me if I don't give you anxiety to get you out of there, moving, heading, being, or like, you know what I, and you know what I'm saying. So the card, you heard that click on my laptop, or my grandma's laptop. I don't know. But so to say, share the one that I picked up. Divine timing. It's here. Divine timing is here. Okay, I'm seeing something flash on my phone. Divine timing is spring, is this moment. Okay, it's this spring, 2022. It's been predicted this for a long time. Like, honestly, in 2019, I was like, or 2016, or 2000, yeah, but I was like, I can't wait for 2022. I couldn't wait for 2019. Couldn't wait for 2022. Can't wait for 2025. Can't wait till 2032. But it doesn't matter. Whatever the fuck happens, then, this moment here right now. Like, who fucking knows? The divine love surprises. Okay, they love their divine humor and divine tricks. And so, like, whatever, like, you're not even the same person you were yesterday, this morning, a couple hours ago, let alone a week, a month, a year. Fuck 10 years ago. Who the fuck knows about it? You can't imagine the future. Or, like, you can't, like, whatever you, man. And a lot of people are, like, a lot more in it than, like, some. So it's like, if you, I don't know, the way I don't know, man. I don't know. Not gonna ruin anything for anybody. Or like, I'm just saying, it's like the energy game is what I'm feeling. So, um, alright. So the tower upside down, and the Four of Pentacles upside down. How I was saying, you stepped through it. We did. Don't settle. Don't try not to control. Um, and then so like what was under that was, this is the Ten of Wands. But I like understandably, you're exhausted. Look at all the goodies you've acquired. It may be the home stretch, but it's not time to let your guard down.